and and we're live. What's up, everybody? Or
What up? What up?
nobody? Nah, what's up, y'all? We are live for the first episode of Super MC.
I'm excited. Yay! Everybody.
Look. Yes, we are live. So we want to bring to you today and every other Saturday real hip hop discussions about real hip hop stuff, and we want y'all to join in with us. So I have joining me, I am John Pelham, the owner of Jersey Art Productions, and I have the lovely Athena Brilliant with us.
Athena, hey guys.
She's the young buck of the crew. You know what I'm saying? Me and my dude are the OGs.
Have a lot to learn, but a lot to add.
And a lot to add. Exactly. You're coming in from a different perspective, so we love that.
Age,
and my
gender.
dude,
so it's two different perspectives with age and gender. So
that's
we need that balance. Yes.
Right. Then that's hip hop. So, and we have my dude right here that just spoke, my man Victor Victorious.
What up? What up, everybody? Facebook, YouTube.
What up?
Welcome. Thank you for tuning in.
What up? Yeah, I feel like this is hip hop, so we need to loosen it up real quick and like get some music or something playing for a quick second. Just get some vibes going. You know what I'm saying?
I'll get some vibes going.
Salute to those that are tuned in right now and listening. We are going to discuss hip hop, as I call it, the heroes of flow. We are here to talk about MCs, B-boys, DJs, all of the above. So, we're going to actually start off with our first hip hop memories, or at least one of our early hip hop memories. Each of us can share a quick memory, you know, about hip hop. And I remember that Vic, yours was connected to a certain particular song right here. Let me see this.
Yes.
Come on.
I love that rock.
That guitar was crazy, man. That guitar was crazy.
That's my favorite instrument.
The entire show just playing
On
music.
Run DMC.
Be careful. Vic, why don't you share with us your first hip hop memory?
Oh man, I don't even remember exactly how young I was. That's how far back it was. But I do remember being in the backyard at a Brooklyn party, and it was like a barbecue. It was late at night. You know, they had the DJ, the turntable set up, people dancing, food, music, everything, and they just had us kids get to like the center of the grass area, and I don't even know what I was doing at the time. I don't remember if I was pop locking, doing the electric boogaloo. I don't know what I was doing, but I just know it was I know it was enough to win a contest. It was a 45 record at the time from these guys right here, Run DMC, and it was Rock Box.
Have
It was Rock Box, and man, it was like the greatest thing to me at the time. It was like to be that young and understand and have that experience, to feel hip hop and to feel so like important and like accomplished, being so young and electrified at that time. Like hip hop spoke to me even then at a young age. I was probably no more than maybe 7, 6, if I'm thinking about it like correctly. I was probably around that age. Right. And it was just, like I said, it was electrifying, man. It was amazing. I made my big brother proud. He was a DJ. It just definitely one of my fondest memories of hip hop from the early start.
Wow. Listen, I'm sure it would be crazy to ask the question, were you freestyling or did you kick a verse?
Oh, no. I was dancing. I was dancing. No, I wasn't on the mic. I was dancing. That's what I'm saying. I was either doing the electric boogaloo or just like dancing, shaking up and down, like wilding out. But
wow, you weren't even on some rap shit yet.
No, not at that point. See, I was fan first.
Mm-hmm. I think that's how it started for everyone. You know, you were a fan of the music first. Before
absolutely, a student. Yes.
Well, I tell you what, my hip hop memory is connected to this song right here.
Woo!
There you go.
6 minutes.
6 minutes.
Mm.
6 minutes that you find your own.
This is the part right here.
That production.
Okay.
That pro-
Okay. See, we can spend the whole show just playing music. That's why we got to be very careful. Zone out. Listening to music that Athena never heard before.
I know, you got us so excited too with these like memories. I'm like, oh,
She's like, is
Oh,
he a
man.
robot?
I was in the stroller. I don't know.
She was still swimming at this point. She wasn't even a thought yet. Anyway, so the show that was Slick Rick and Dougie Fresh. For those that don't know, all right, that was really like so shout out to Leonard Solomon, R.I.P. to him, because Leonard, I think Corey was probably with us too. He brought me to somebody's house, and they were playing this song. And it was the first time I heard the show. And it was the first time I saw somebody breakdancing.
Oh, okay.
And when that break part came in the show that we just heard, that's when
people lost their minds.
That's when they lost their mind. And they were really, it was almost like, because when that break comes, there's these keys that go, it's like it builds the moment. You know what I'm saying? So when
Absolutely.
it's like, oh my God, and it's just breaking down. That moment was like an epiphany for me. It was like suddenly I realized it was like my whole life changed. Like hip hop suddenly just took over, you know?
Yeah, man.
And immediately I wanted to break. And I understood early on hearing the show that somebody was there was a beat playing, but somebody was beatboxing too. That's my head up. Like, think about right now, people still beatbox or break dance. We grew up in the era when that shit was invented. Beatboxing. Like, it's crazy. But anyway, so that took me to a few days later, and a month or two later, I was still like deep into that moment. And I started trying to make beats.
Oh, okay.
And write for like me and my friends. We were trying to be a group, but I wasn't focused on writing. I was just focused on creating. And it was because of that moment opened up everything. Breaking, rapping, it opened up everything for me.
At what age?
The show. I must have been about 7.
Okay. All right.
Maybe.
Wow. But so you were thinking about rapping and freestyling at that point.
I definitely was.
Okay, so you definitely a seasoned vet.
Yeah, but ironically though, I was trying to write for 2 other people and make beats. It wasn't like I was focused on my flow. I was always the organizer. I was trying to organize heads. You know what I'm saying? But that eventually changed. Yeah,
that's what you
still do. But the rapping came eventually. But it all started from the show and Leonard Solomon. And me rapping came from Leonard Solomon saying, yo, why are you writing for these two? You love rap. Like, they're just doing it for fun. And that's when it all started. So Leonard Solomon and the show were really like the beginning of hip hop for me.
Okay.
So anyway, so Athena, one of her early memories of hip hop was connected to a specific, era of songs from this group.
Yeah, it has to be raunchy. Like, my first memory as a child was listening to.
Yo, this song is mad sexy, yo. To this day.
I was about to say the same thing.
She said, get up on
I was comparing it to WAP, though. I was comparing it to WAP, and I was like, I don't know. It's not like.
That's right. Oh yeah, push it. Like she's telling, she said, get up on this. Attitude. Get up on this.
But like, why was like the adults letting me hear this and like singing?
True,
And, like,
true. Good point. Good point.
so
Because
my
That's a
first
good point.
memory
go ahead.
of this album, you know, we would hear it on the radio. I have an older sister, so 2 girls. So we would always be reciting, you know, the songs on the television. And my Uncle John, my mom's brother, who plays the guitar, was really into exposing us to different types of music, you know, rock, jazz, and hip hop. And we had to wait for my dad was in the hospital. He got scratched by a cat or something. Like, he was in the hospital for a while. And we were outside and he bought the album. We were downtown Newark at UMDJ. He bought the album and we listened to it for hours, and we were dancing, you know, outside the car, in the car, acting like we were making videos. And I was like, I was so I guess empowered as a child.
Yep.
To say and do whatever I want. And then I was also saying these risque lyrics, and I knew they were like not for a kid, but they were just letting me say it. For some reason, that like made me feel like, okay, I can say this, and you guys
You're
are
like,
you know,
go ahead, girl, say it.
Yeah, and you know, and my Uncle John like always encouraged us. Like, he knew I was a writer from earlier, but he always encouraged us to, you know, sing and act and perform and stuff like that. So I mean, we, like I said, we was out there for a couple hours making videos. My sister's my older sister by 4 years. So she was, you know, put your hand on your hip like this and do this and do that and cross over and, you know, do all sorts of stuff. So that's my first memory of and it seems like Salt and Pepper is just kind of like pepper.
Pepper. Let's get that right.
On your food, but the actual person.
You're right.
It seemed like it just you know, I think we did them at a talent show. My sister choreographed the dance, so I feel like they just, you know, that's all my first memories is that.
That's awesome. So your sister was involved in that too.
Yeah, and just being an older sister and having like a little sister, I was kind of just down with whatever she wanted to do. Like, whatever you tell me to do, Leah, stand here, do this. Like, so she had like a life-size doll, if you wish. But my sister was in it. She was 4 years older than me. So, you know, when she was in middle school, I was still in elementary school. And but yeah, my sister was kind of like the, you know, this is how you know, become them. And not that we wanted to be rappers at the time.
Right.
But she definitely like got a kick out of like me doing the stuff that, you know, making dances and stuff like that. And, you know.
See, that's the dope part to me about one of the dope things about hip hop. It's empowering. It really, really is. It really is. And I'm going to get into that more with a quote that Rakim said when we get to Rakim. But hip hop is empowering, yo.
Like, ooh, I like the one line of that song though, and I don't know why, and I still kind of like it, where she's like, "Come on, give me a kiss, better make it fast, or else I'm gonna get pissed." And I'm like, what?
Don't you feel right? And then she follows with, "Don't you hear the music pumping hard?"
Like I wish you would.
Now push it. Yo, like, y'all want to talk about
wow,
that
man.
shit? Push It was doing it from the
like,
beginning.
I wish you would.
Yes.
That is
very risque, very like bold, and just, you know, like you said, empowering.
Yeah.
From the fan standpoint and the artist standpoint.
Yeah. Yeah.
Super MC.
Super MC. That's the whole point. Is the empowerment. Like, it was empowering us all in different ways. But that's
I think I definitely took that to like heart though. Like that, like, if you don't do what I say, I'm gonna get pissed. Like, boys should just be listening. Like, I don't know. It kind of took me a little bit to get out of that.
Oh,
like,
you was fending for the boys at the time?
No, wait, what? I'm sorry.
I know. I said you were fending for the boys at the time.
No,
like you felt the way.
Like, it made me like super bossy.
Oh, from this standpoint.
So, in other words, all your exes need to blame Salt and Pepper for
I hope they catch this, and I'm sorry, but I had, you know, influence of strong Black women early on. So
that's good.
Like, yeah, my California sisters are definitely awesome. Like,
yeah,
I don't know who I would be without my older sister. Like, I don't know like what type of person I would have turned out to be, or the influences if my sister didn't like to introduce to Jabojis and Tommy button downs. Yeah, my sister didn't dress me, style me. She still dresses me and styles me. I'll come to her house. She'd be like, "What? No, I have a shirt for you. Just take that off."
Jabot Jeans is mad hip hop, and
Yeah.
Tommy Hilfiger, my God. Woo!
So
My
true.
son wears Tommy Hilfiger now too. Like that's like it's coming back. So all that 90s.
The days of Grand Puba, Brand Nubian.
Yeah.
Oh man.
You're right, and it is coming back, Athena. Even with the haircuts, I mean, you see a lot of young black kids with
Box
top
fades.
Fox,
and
yeah.
fades, right,
Mhm.
right, which I love. I always loved the high top fades.
Yeah.
I first noticed it when I went to the Roots Festival like 2 years ago.
Mhm.
And a lot of the girls look like In Vogue with the all black on and the red lipstick, I guess, like I have on right now.
Really?
But like with the big hair, like it just everybody looks so 90s. They had like the grunge, so they had like some grunge,
Right.
with the flannels. And I was at this Roots concert and I was just looking around. I'm like, if I didn't know that this was 2018 or whenever it was, I would definitely think I was in the 90s right now.
Wow.
You know what? You know what? Never really that I saw like went out completely was like the Bart Simpson shirts, the Malcolm X with the glasses and the braids. I never saw those exit like completely leave out of hip hop, or the Malcolm X hats. I never saw them completely like exit out of hip hop or just reality. You know.
Yeah.
Every
now and again, like at a beach or somewhere I would go to, I would see somebody rocking
You'll
one.
see, okay. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. Wow.
I haven't seen one of those in a while though, those Bart Simpson shirts.
That's a whole other conversation. Hip hop fashion. Oh my God.
Jeez.
But anyway, we are going to actually get to the next Super MC topic or segment, where we are talking about one of our favorite female MCs. Now we all had the option to choose whoever we wanted to. Okay. But we all ended up choosing Lauryn Hill.
Are you serious?
Yes.
We were all completely unanimous. Wow, unanimous with that. That's crazy.
Yeah.
I thought it was just me. I didn't know. That's dope.
I went down like check. I'm like, did she come out in the 90s? Because like she always just seems so relevant, no matter when. So I'm like, was that the 90s? And I'm like, oh my goodness, like it was.
Oh, that's crazy. And you didn't even tell me. That's
I want you to be surprised.
That's dope. That's dope.
Change the situation. Miscommunication lead to complication. My emancipation don't fit your equation.
She's stupid with it, yo.
Her delivery, everything, like
every aspect, man. Every single aspect.
Really? Okay. So it's almost unfair because she does so much. Like I was trying to because I almost didn't pick Lauryn because I was like, she does so much. Athena?
I almost didn't pick her because her catalog was so small.
That's what most people say. Most people say that, and I'll dispute that with anyone. But
okay,
that's just me. I'm just a hardcore Lauryn head.
No, I could only think of the score and the few verses on Miseducation of Lauryn Hill.
Yeah.
In comparison to, these aren't my top favorites, but somebody like Foxy and Lil Kim who just have a lot of bodies of work as far as hip hop is concerned. And I didn't even think Foxy and Lil Kim were in the 90s for some reason. I don't know. I figured they were like 2000s, but I was
they were towards the end.
Yeah. But I just feel like her body, she didn't have a big body of work, but the pieces that were in there were very hard hitting.
Can I, John, before you tackle that, I'll say with Elle, she has a lot of features. She has a lot of guest features on a lot of respectable artists like Poor Righteous Teachers. I mean, the list goes on and on. I mean, there's a bunch of Lauryn Hill mixtapes floating around from like that were sold in Newark and online. You can find anywhere. Like she really has like a huge, not album wise, but like I said, guest appearances, features, and not just singing hooks, but like spitting.
Yeah,
just lyrically tearing down like remixes. It goes on and on, and on.
I still feel like Little Kim and them still have a more broad catalog.
No, they definitely do.
But it shows how dope she is that we can say this when she has less music material out there.
Yeah. And that's actually what brought me back was like, I'm still considering her as my favorite. I listen to her the most out of all of them, even though she only has these, a few songs that I listen to. So I'm actually excited about what Vic said because I want to do some research and digging and uncover some more gems.
Yeah. And
I could send you some stuff too. I could really, definitely.
Exactly. I was actually in the studio with her once or twice, and that was a crazy experience. But that's a whole other conversation.
I'm sorry, man. Please. I'm like super biased to L, man. Oh, man.
Shit. But I almost didn't pick her because I was thinking we're talking super MC and we're talking lyrics, and her lyrics are amazing, but she does all these other things too. So it made me want to just pick someone who just raps. But then I was like, yo, I can't fault her for being multi-talented and having it all.
No, I didn't look at the comment. She says she agrees.
Yeah,
I believe that's your wife. Definitely.
Because, like, look at this.
Yo, I play my enemies like a game of chess where I rest. No stress, don't smoke cess. Less, I must confess, my destinies manifest. In some vortex and sweats, I make tracks like I'm homeless.
Come on. You go from there.
Man. Come on, man.
Your bounty,
come on, man. Alienness. Come on.
Come on. Or you know what she really killed? Well, she kills everything. But this right here.
Oh, this is what I was going to bring up. This was the first song that I liked because it was like one of the first ones on the album.
I get mad frustrated when I rhyme. Thinking of all them kids that try to do this for all the wrong reasons. Seasons change, mad things rearrange.
Yo, she's
same like the low Get red like a snapper when they do that. Got your whole block second through that.
Ooh. Like,
I like that part though where she's like, ooh, child.
Yeah.
I'm like,
I gotta go to that.
because she like kind of like you kind of like get the image of like the big mamas in the house like ooh child. Like I just like how you incorporated these little sayings that kind of like brought this imagery. Like
Can I share a quick story with y'all?
Yes.
I had the honor and great pleasure of seeing her at the Continental Arena in Jersey, and with two friends of mine, two good friends. Sean Matthews, if you're watching, shout out to you. It was without you, it wouldn't have been possible. But I went to see Lauryn Hill in her prime with the miseducation floating around everything. She performed a 3.5 hour set. Ridiculous. And look, one of my boys' best friends went with me. And by the time the show ended, he wasn't even as huge of a Lauryn Hill fan as I am. My man, we walked out. He was like, yo, I can't even speak right now. Give me a few minutes. Give me about 5 to 10 minutes. I can't even talk. God is my witness. My man was like, done. Wow. Like she just, Lauryn to me, just, and to a lot of people, just embodied that energy that was just unparalleled. Whether it came to hip hop with the spitting the lyrics, whether it was with the singing, just her presence, her walking on stage, the stance, like the fashion state, everything was just she embodied it all bases covered. Crazy. Yeah. Her look, the tone of her voice when she spoke, just everything. What angle could you talk about? That she, say that she was late? I mean, like, okay, that's the only thing that really, that's the only thing people could really, can hold over her head. But other than that, like, she's just a beast with it. Yeah. She's a legend. She's beyond a legend.
Yeah. A lot of performers show up late. I feel like most of them do.
Yeah. Athena's laughing.
Mostly artists are just late.
Right,
yeah.
Right.
But Lauryn Hill. Okay, so I was in a studio session one time with Lauryn Hill. A friend of mine actually was really close with her from back when she was doing soap operas and stuff.
Oh.
So, yeah. Because she was acting first.
Yes.
So this is around the time when Nappy Heads came out, the remix, which I need to go to that song too. And so we were like, damn, we knew she was ill. My man Don Q, another rest in peace. He was in his studio. He's playing beats. She starts singing something, I think from an old Stevie or something about honesty.
Her voice is awesome.
Oh, I can't remember what it was. She starts singing, and it was like we were touched by an angel.
I'm telling you.
This is before all the fame and everything. We just knew, right? So then we start, okay, we're going to do this song. we're writing, she's not. And one of my boys is like, what is she doing? Like, what's happening here? She was like, oh no, I write my verses in my head. That was the first time I heard about that. That was before I heard about that with Biggie.
Jay-Z and Biggie and all of them. Yeah.
Okay. She wrote that shit in her head. And for the next, I'd say 4 or 5 months, the entire crew was like trying to practice that craft of writing rhymes in your head.
She's the president.
Like, yo, that's how amazing she was, dude. She's not just ill when she gets in a song. She's the type of talent that you feel it when it's around you. Not everybody has that.
That arena was lit that night. That arena was lit. I'm telling you, no bias, lit up like I never experienced to this day. And I've seen mad artists perform. One of a kind. One of a kind.
I had tickets, but she canceled that show. I think it was last year. My friend Katie, if you're watching, Katie, hey, thank you for getting us tickets, but it was canceled. But I had never seen her live, and I want to so bad because I've been watching her unplugged live, like on television, and seeing like the emotions that are going through her. You're like, oh, I need to feel that energy. Like I need to get next to it. Like let me find a way to get next to that.
Her marriage and everything that happened to her, I feel like changed her as an artist. Because I know people that know her, and she went into a whole other direction. That's life; it happens. But that unplug that you mentioned, I remember my mom saying one time she fell asleep. It must have been on or something, and she fell asleep. And when she woke up the next day, she was like, "I really want to." She was like, "I want to reach out to this woman, Lauryn Hill, because she sounded so distressed."
Yeah.
She was like that. It affected my dreams. She's like, I've never had dreams that bad as far as like just feeling stressed. She could feel it in her dreams. You know what I'm saying?
That's amazing. And that's just on
it really is. Yeah.
That's art. That's super MC. Even when it's bad feelings that they emote, it's still there. It's still I said the word wrong. It's still there for anyone to feel and grab onto. So she's amazing. Wanted to play a piece of her verse from. And she cleared it up. Like, no disrespect to the West, just true indeed, because that was when stuff was starting to pop up. So she made her Jerry Curl comment. See, to me, okay, as a writer, that's a sign of an artist that cares, and sometimes cares too much, because they write a line. She wrote that Jerry Curl line, in my opinion, not to diss the West at all. It was just a line that matched with what she was saying. But then she thought afterwards and was like, oh shit, I don't want nobody to think that I'm dissing the West Coast. So she put that in her verse. You know what I'm saying? Like that's yo.
I like
that. That's a good point. Good point. No, go ahead, Dina. Go ahead.
That conversational rap. You know what I mean? Like because like you know you have time as a writer to say, you know what, let me not put that in there. But then to put that in there, cover it. You know, have that conversation, like talk like how you would normally talk. You know, not hide it, but then you know clear it up in the rhyme. I think that's like such talent. You know, not just nixing it and be like, you know what, let me just not say that. Like she kept it and then, you know, cleared it up or explained it. And I think that's like so dope because like conversational.
Exactly.
Like having a conversation.
Yeah.
Good observation. I think you made a good point, John, because she could have easily left it off, not continue the verse. Because it may have started out initially as an accident, but she kept it and was like, let me just go further, dig into it, go beneath the surface a bit. So
what up, Glenn? The original L Boogie. That's the original Smalls. Well, not Small, Biggie Smalls. But anyway, big up to my man Lynn Smalls the second. Yeah, Lauryn Hill. Here's another one. Now, this is Lauryn Hill when she became more refined, and the album came out, and she was. Watch out, some guys. Like, to me, if young girls want inspiration, they don't. I'm not knocking Okay, I won't even go into that. If young girls want inspiration, I'll just say go to this song right here.
You have to go so far back for inspiration. You have to go so far back for inspiration.
I know. Well, you know what? There's other inspiration, but in this
Right.
Lauryn Hill, this is it.
Right.
But yes, going back. Hold up. Bring us back a second. She's telling the chicks about these slick ass dudes.
Mm-hmm.
I like that.
Right.
Now you think you really gonna pretend like you wasn't down and you called them again. Just when you give it up so easy, you ain't even fooling him.
That's a line.
If you do that, you probably do
That's
it
the
again.
line right there.
Woo! And that goes for male or female. I mean, she's talking to the girls there, but if you notice in this song, in the hook, when she says girls
And
in
guys.
her ad-lib, she also
And then she flips it.
guys.
Mm-hmm.
You know? See, that's
Yeah.
it's them little things like that.
You see, and to me, that's one of the things that made Elle so brilliant. And like, I know we talk in hip hop, but like an artist, to me, like Aaliyah, where they just, to me, they had that balance, man. Like they both were very attractive, beautiful. Some would even say maybe a little bit tomboyish, but to me, they fit right in the middle. You understand what I'm saying? And they didn't go with the male bashing songs. They weren't like, feminists, not knocking either group, but like they just fell right in the middle, that balance, which I love.
Yep. You're right. That's Lauryn, it's almost like hard to put into words because that song, the song That Thing, is so inspirational. Like she is literally speaking the truth to these girls.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
And also self-reflecting too, by the way. Self-reflecting, not judging or pointing the finger. She said, look,
there you go.
I'm only saying this because it's truly genuine. Don't be
right here. Here we go.
Exactly. And
I feel like she does that a lot in her, especially in the Miseducation of Lauryn Hill, because that one's more like all the skits are about love and how to handle love and how to value yourself and things like that. So I feel like she really opened herself up to speak to women and men because she had the boys in the classroom, weighing in, with the teacher and the skits. I think she did an excellent job with that album, just to speak to people, and also in that video, that thing like the 1950s, and then bringing it to like things don't change. Like,
yes. Man, good observation, man. It
was like that then. It's like this now. This is what it is. Respect yourself, and that's just the minimum.
Yeah.
Yes.
And you hear something like respect is just the minimum, and you like
the basics. Yeah.
You're being disrespected, either by people, wasting your time or, lying or, whatever is going on, whether it's, a romantic relationship or not. And I really like that line. Respect is just the minimum. And it's hard to get respect from people. And that's just the minimum. Like, and it was like a way of flipping your thinking about
a lot of quotables.
You got people, not to disrespect Foxy, but he fucks around or he sleeps around, but he gives me a lot. Like you could be disrespectful to me as long as you buy me stuff and make me look good. It's coming out. That one is saying respect is just the minimum. It's not about the cars and the
That's right.
I respect
that.
Right. Yeah.
That's the perfect line. Like I'm glad you mentioned that line. Like respect is just the minimum. That applies. In everything, it even applies to like what Black people are asking for when we talk about Black Lives Matter.
Wow.
Like that's just the minimum to say that we matter.
Yeah.
As humans.
We're not saying we're better. We're not saying we deserve more, even though we're fucking royalty.
We only matter.
Good point.
We only matter. We're the only
Exactly.
Right. And we're not saying we only.
Understand the difference. Clear difference.
Respect is just the minimum. Because a lot of people are like, just respect me. That's all I want. But it's like, no. That's actually the minimum. That's actually the minimum. And especially in relationships.
Mm-hmm.
And I love that. I love that.
Yeah.
I love her honesty. Even when her relationship with the Marley son,
Mm-hmm.
he put the same thing on her that Erykah Badu been putting on other rappers. That's a whole topic in itself. Erykah Badu and how she has sucked in a handful of rappers and made them start wearing cloth sweaters and shit and satchels.
She's a powerful being. I did see her live, and she's powerful.
So Common, and you notice, Vic, maybe you do too, Athena. Common for a minute was wearing rocking satchels. He had on the booger green wool hats and shit. Yeah. He was burning incense everywhere.
Very earthy.
And ain't shit stink. What are you burning incense for? Don't nothing stink. He's like, I'm burning incense because Erykah's gonna enter the room. Like Erykah had him like, and she had a few others like that. Dre from Outkast.
That's my guy.
Album, Southern Playalistic.
My guy.
They was actually rocking football jerseys and shit.
Yes. Eye patches.
He get with Erykah, the football jersey turns into him wearing some shoulder pads with feathers on it and all types of.
He like pressed his hair and shit.
He got a conch and shit. He got a Malcolm X conch and shit. He got his shit pressed. Like Eric was like, I think the vagina was talking. I think that you should get your hair pressed, Andre.
I think it'd be more smooth, brother, if you more smooth, daddy, if you just like press your hair down and like that.
He's like, who is that talking? He's like, that's my vagina.
I really dig that, daddy. It's very groovy. Okay. I'm gonna do that.
Vagina whispers. Yeah.
I can't mess with you.
But seriously. So back to the point. The relationship with Lauryn Hill and her husband got really funky. And that's when she did that unplugged thing that was just, the vibe on that was low.
But you know what, though? I wanted to expand on that for a minute.
Please.
I know some people speak about like how my brother even spoke about it, like how she was playing in the same tune or like in the same, with the guitar and everything. What I loved and appreciated about that unplugged was just the pure honesty as an artist. Like artistry is honesty, right?
Yes.
Art reflects life, vice versa. And it's not always about her point. Even before the unplugged was her saying, like, I had the dreads or the braids or whatever. I had the makeup. This wasn't even really me. Like I was just starting to learn me. Like y'all didn't even see the real Lauryn Hill yet until this point. Yeah. Like I'm sharing my honesty, and my voice might not always sound immaculate or a certain way, but this is what I'm going through. This is the process that I'm going through as an artist, MC, singer, whatever. So I appreciated that. I thought it was dope, and who like Tupac said, what artist or person do you know wakes up on the same side of the bed every day? We're gonna wake up. We're not always gonna be intact. Hair's not always gonna look right. Voice is not always gonna be straight. We may forget our rhymes, but look, this is me as an artist. You love me as the artist, Lauryn Hill. Then this is what you see is what you get. This is what it is. Those
are great points, man. You're right. I still felt like when I saw that I was concerned for her.
A lot of people were.
And that concern was warranted because since then, through the years, there's been some interesting things happening with her. Sometimes that makes it like, damn, what happened? But it ain't just what or one thing, I'm sure it's a bunch of things in her life, A
lot of people, they don't reflect on like, look, what would I have done if I was on top? How would I handle this pressure or the expectation to produce another classic or another album that may have topped my last one? How would I handle this pressure of how grimy the business is? Who can I trust? You know what I'm saying? Like people, do they really think about how they would handle this if they were in the light like that, instead of just pointing the finger and, oh, she's this, she's that, people need to self-reflect, man.
People won't do that. That's not their job. They're just there to listen to the art. They're not there to figure this person out.
Right. But they judge though, like they do. Course. You know what I mean?
Right.
So,
Athena.
Which comes with
I'm sorry, I just wanted to get her in the conversation.
which comes with the business
I think
too.
Lauryn wasn't really with the shits. Like she just wasn't with it. Like the record industry and the music industry is like super fake and super like pressure, and like you were saying, do this and do that and be this and be that. And I think that's just not. You could tell by her lyrics that's not who she is in her soul. It's just being told what to do when it's not right with her soul, when it's not right with her heart. Do things that and I'm sure she's a hard worker and isn't just like a diva. Like I'm not doing anything you tell me to do. But I think she just wasn't with the
I hope
shit.
not.
The music industry is like not the most pleasant place to be, especially for a woman.
I'm sure.
Right.
I mean,
the image you have to uphold. Yeah.
But what we do
it's
know,
like that fine line of it's just being a woman in any industry is has its downfalls. But I think she just wasn't with it. She was like, all right, well, this is what I'm going to give you. What's in my heart? I'm going to give you what's in my soul, and you either take it or you don't. And I'm not going to compromise that. And I think that's another empowering thing. You're talking about Salt and Pepper, empowering in one way, and she empowered in another way. So I'm going to do what I want to do with the people. I'm going to, she talks about the Bible a lot in her verses. She talks about, God's will and God's plan and destiny and things like that. Like,
very spiritual album.
Decisions to, do an unplugged and just, open up herself or to drop off the face of the earth. I think it makes sense. And it's, sometimes no words is just as empowering as words, just like Dave Chappelle and, things like that. Like,
and I don't mean to cut in, but I see that.
Yeah, he made a good point.
Lynn says, let's not forget that she had a #1 record, got married, had kids at around the same time as a relatively young woman. That's a lot to deal with. That's
exactly.
True.
Exactly.
That's real talk. That is a lot.
When she wrote that song Zion to her son, it kind of explains how she felt about motherhood.
And the pressure from the label.
The pressure from the label, she decided to do it anyway. And I think that really showed where her heart was as far as doing things when it came to family and love and self-preservation.
And also on the low, she was also dealing with heartbreak. We didn't know at the time, but she was dating Wyclef for a while. And that went sour. I mean, that's what prompted her to write Lost Ones. It's about him.
Oh, really?
Lost Ones is a diss record about Wyclef, at least to a high degree. And then right after that, it seemed like she started having kids with the Molly child. Is that wine that I hear pouring in the background, Athena?
That is.
Like,
go. I'm like, don't worry about what I'm doing over here to the side.
I love Lauryn Hill.
Pay no attention to the man behind the curtain.
Yes, to her. That's all good. Listen, I'm sipping too. Anyway. So we would go. I got a question for y'all. Did you guys, when we were thinking about who was our favorite female rapper, was there anybody else on your list that was really close? Was there a debate at all? I had somebody, but I want to see if you guys had somebody else.
Honestly, it was two for me, like really two really important MCs, and that was Light and Queen Latifah, hands down. Because Latifah kind of like, to me, I could say Lauryn kind of may have segued from Latifah, where her adopting the style of the singing, the rapping, because Latifah was doing that before Elle became, you know what I mean? And like she blended, and not only that, but she blended different variations of music, like jazz, house, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
A little bit of reggae into that first album, All Hail the Queen. So I would have to give it to Queen Latifah in that regards. But Light was one of my influences as an MC. Definitely one of my definitely made me push my pen and pencil to step my game up lyrically. Wow. Like as far as the art, the way she would articulate her words and the intelligence and just.
We're getting a little bit of an echo.
Yeah, I hear that. I didn't know if it was just me.
Athena, did you turn anything up or down?
I did not.
Okay, I don't know what that is.
Still an echo?
No. Did somebody say something?
I had my phone next to the keyboard. I don't know if it was giving like.
Oh, we got it. We figured it out. That's hip hop. We live.
Yeah, but those were my two.
Okay.
That's
Roxanne Shante.
Roxanne Shante.
Everybody else came after her. That's true. Big Mama.
Right.
That movie on Netflix did like no justice for her. Like I was not excited about.
I thought it was awesome.
I don't know. Like I felt like I wanted more. Like I don't know. Like I felt like.
Story. What more? Like, let's want her to relive her life.
More.
Because she was a part of the whole creative process of that, so it was pretty accurate. But I feel you. But Roxanne Shante, she's amazing, and Lynn is right. She's the first, and she was freestyling those records at first.
Mm-hmm.
This record was off the top of her head.
He said Light was dope too.
But still, lyrically, Lauryn still, But for me, my other one that I chose, I will play a piece of the song. She's actually on a song with Lauryn. And that's
Rod Digger. The only female to rap with Lauryn Hill to this day.
Yo. I wanted them to do an album together.
It's so funny because I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Go ahead. What were you gonna say?
I was gonna say this is so funny because Rod Digger and Queen Latifah were like, and I was just trying to think of who I listened. We're like runners up, and I was trying to think of who I listened to the most, like who I actually currently listen to the most. And
if I could send a shout out to Rod Digger, I had the pleasure of meeting her several times. First time I met, and that was a connect through my boy Affity. If you're watching, shout out to Affity. She came through for hip hop karaoke in Roselle, New Jersey. Roselle, New Jersey. I said Roselle. I'm thinking hip hop, just straight hip hop roots. but yeah, she came out for the hip hop karaoke, and she was incredible from day one, man. Excellent energy. Yeah. Rod Digger, another one. What you see is what you get. Like really cool, down to earth, raw, and she loves hip hop. There's no question that hip hop flows in the blood.
Yeah.
And the second time around, she came through for my wife's Inspired Artist Movement event, and she came to educate the people on her experiences through hip hop and the business and everything. It was dope. It was really dope. So
wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I tell you what,
incredible.
I'm gonna play a piece of this song and then tell you why I chose Rod Digger real quick. Why I almost chose her. I never really got into Rod Digger, but I keep hearing how great she is.
Amazing.
I'm gonna have to put you on.
She didn't have a lot of stuff out, but her stuff was so hard and so like.
Mm-hmm. Okay, we'll get to that in a second. Hold on.
It's another catalog issue.
We'll get to that. Hold on.
Sorry, Rod Digger. I'm sure you have a lot of catalog. I want to Cowboy joint.
Her and Lauryn. Here we go.
Shout out to the outsiders, all the outsiders.
Yeah.
Like,
yes.
They let me rock.
Young Z.
Yeah.
Case One.
Hold on. Let's talk after the music. We don't.
Oh yeah. My fault. That's hip hop. Sorry, but
y'all ain't at the club. They're like talking over the music. Yeah, because Leroy had said. I love it. That's hip hop, though. That's hip hop.
This is true.
But anyway, I need to hear Rod real quick.
R&B singers perpetrating guns for two. My style is perhaps one of the foulest. I inhale large clouds of smoke through my child. Bucking at store and write rhymes for hours. The ghetto miss drinking whiskey. This scenario can't no other niggas in the barrier. From north to Ontario, stereo.
It's back and forth. Yeah.
Jersey.
These rabbits get all up in your pocket. Then bounce with accountants that give me good stock.
Yo, come on. I can't.
I mean, when you talk about super MCs too, this video was like nuts.
Yes.
And I
out
love
in the
that.
West.
I love MCs go back and forth like that.
Yeah.
I love that. Like, and they did it throughout the whole song.
Mm-hmm.
Case One and Wyclef and then her.
Shout to the outsiders.
Man.
Yeah,
Jersey.
Ooh,
Stand up.
Yeah.
That's why we're like Lauryn Hill, Rod Digger. You can tell we like some Jersey.
Yeah. They're like, who the fuck are they talking about?
Latifah.
We're shouting them out like everybody knows them.
Mm-hmm.
but they should. And that's
Rage.
part of
Rage. Woo! Lady of Rage.
Uh-oh. Okay, so we gotta
See,
play.
the females, they have a lunch line of MCs, man. There's too many honestly, there's too many to mention.
I was thinking Jane Grey, but I didn't know if she was Asian.
Jean Grey. Oh yeah. Moni Love.
Like superhero.
Moni Love, Rhapsody, Heather B, another MC from Jersey.
Here we go. So right there, when she said, "Let me loosen up my bra strap and let me hit you with this raw rap," I love that. To me, that's so fucking empowering because a male MC couldn't say that. Well, maybe nowadays more could.
They loosen my belt?
To you, huh?
You can say loosen my belt?
Yeah, but it ain't the same. Like, she said something I never heard before in a rap song. And to me, that's what you want from a rapper. You want to hear them say things you've never heard. She said, "Let me loosen up my bra strap." Like, let me get loose up in here. Hold up. Like, she opened the song like that. Your first, and y'all know as writers, Athena, you too, your first 2 to 4 bars is everything.
And that shock value
sets the tone,
like,
yeah.
You can shock somebody. Like,
listening. Go ahead. What'd you say?
When you can shock somebody, that shock value. When somebody's like, "Wait, what did he just say?" Like,
yeah. And you set the tone. Them. You set the tone of the song and what they're about to get into. Mm-hmm. Wow, my dude Whitney said "Shorty No Mass." There's like 5 people that know who
I don't
that is. Vic, do you know who Shorty No Mass is?
I can't say I do. That caught me off guard.
Wit, that was awesome. Really? My God, he just named something. Shorty No Mass was down with De La Soul during the
yeah, she's dope. Yes, I never knew her name.
There's no catalog.
Okay.
No catalog issue. We have another catalog issue.
But
I know exactly who you're talking about, though. I know exactly. She was nice. She had a dope voice too.
So, and with Super MC, what we're gonna also do after episodes, these things that we talk about, we're gonna leave like a post with links for these artists that we're talking about, so that people can check them out. Mm-hmm. So we're gonna add Shorty No Mass, so that no mass, so that y'all can hear it too.
No mas.
But I gotta go back to Rage a little bit because that had me open. She said she puts this on her unborn kids.
It's crazy.
Yeah. Rappers have a lot referred to things with their kids or whatever, but when you have a woman who can physically birth children, and it's like, nah, I put this on my unborn kids.
But her voice when she says it, like, I put this on my unborn kids.
The conviction, the passion, yeah.
You know how this is.
I know my unborn kids. Like,
I wonder if she's like that with, like, you know, her boyfriend or whatever. Rage in the back. You know how it is.
Everything I love, son.
Oh, hey, Rage. I think you change the name to Calm so we can even this shit out. Like, you all be raging.
But no. I guess like that, like when your name is a Lady of Rage, you have to have that voice. Like, you can't come on like smooth and like you can't come on smooth like a Little Kim. I mean, Little Kim. I'm sorry.
Yeah, well, not Little Kim. But I know what you meant.
You can't. You know what you meant. I meant that's great. Yeah. You can't come in smooth like Lauryn Hill and have a name like Lady of Rage. Like, you have like Rage. Like, you have to have the voice come from the, you know, from the
chest, yeah,
or chest,
or the breast.
You gotta,
it's got to come from the diaphragm. But
he's enjoying the renditions of Rage.
Right. Yo, and you right. Yeah. Now, to Rod Digger, I want to play a piece of a song of hers that she had with Q-Tip that not everybody knows about. Not everybody knows that Rod Digger, before she got down with Busta and what's his face, Flip Mode Squad, she was signed to Q-Tip's low-key, now defunct record label that he had, or distribution deal. When Tip first met her, he said she was on stage 8 months pregnant at like wetlands, spitting and taking out all the dudes, everybody on
pregnant
stage.
at the time. Yep.
That's amazing. That's hip hop. And I've seen her in Newark plenty of times with the Outsiders and different cycles. And she always, no matter how many dudes was out there, how hood it was, she still was better than all of them on some street, on some lyric shit.
Absolutely.
So that's why now hold on.
And I agree with my man's last comment. That verse off the Chronic set everything in motion. That verse off with Rage was crazy.
Ooh.
Crazy. Yes.
Okay, and we're gonna play that in a second. But we're gonna play Rod Digger real quick.
Oof.
So this is production by Uma, which is Q-Tip and Dilla. It's Rod Digger rhyming over some Tip beat, like
killing it.
Heaven for me.
I think we need to rectify this ride and show these motherfuckers how we Mardi Gras. The name's Digger, and I'm on a mission to be larger than them crackers that be running Tom Warner. I take it first,
right,
with acquisitions and mergers. You taking me, I'm gonna have you stressing. Your rap style's clear, but I'm the only danger present. Raw lyrics with Uma Productions. Be fatter than a chick that had liposuction. They wasn't
We're fatter than a chick that had liposuction. Athena's comment.
And wait, she was saying that girls had it. Yeah, right there.
I remember Light saying in an interview that women had to be come off hard because it was a man's game, referring to Athena's comment about her voice. Yes,
this is true. Yeah.
My voice is generally like deep. So like I like that, you know, when I rap these women's rhymes, like
hello,
they have that harder voice, so that I can do
I've always loved that too. Yeah, that's why I love Lauryn as much as I do, man.
What was that?
That voice, when
that Rage, was that on the Chronic?
I would say that what's her name? Nicki Minaj is probably, you know, that soft, higher voice, you know, like she kind of,
or Cardi.
Cardi too, yeah.
Yeah.
It's starting to change a little bit.
It's very yeah.
Even with Foxy and Lil Kim, it was still like
Lynn asked what our top favorite female MCs are. Who?
We about to do that in a second. We need to hear this Rage request real quick.
Yeah, man.
Yo, run that shit, G.
Always and forever and always. The rhythm will flow from now on through all days. As long as the sun shines, as long as hours and hours on the dime. Yo, I'll be kicking the wine. One time for your mind, your soul, your body. DOG's on the side of me, swoop the Z and J. Artists for Cardi, smacking those daddy yak and ducks that keep quiet. Here's that attractant.
Yo, she was built for battle. She's like a battle axe, yo. She was.
Oh yeah, most definitely.
Like, she wasn't gonna be kicking no sweet shit.
Rage,
right. You keep going back to that. You're right, Athena. Everything goes back to her name, Rage.
You gotta be true to your name. Like I'm Athena Brilliant. So
yeah. Thanks for the deeper explanation. Thanks, Athena.
Explain that.
All these youngins. So what was the question?
Are there any good female MCs now?
Okay, so before we answer the top 5 question, let me just say that I love the conversation, but it's tough to judge like this because that's why I love Super MC, because they all get their own moment for us to talk about them. But it's almost like ranking one over others. It's
hard.
Yeah, it's true. It's really true.
Because yo, even though Lauryn Hill, we all said Lauryn is our favorite, I listen to this day. I listen to more MC Lyte and Latifah and Rod Digger.
Yes.
Hill.
I listen to a lot of Missy actually because I like
Dear God.
Wow.
That.
Yes.
Missy. That's another one.
She was up there for me. She reminds me more of 2000s though, when you said 80s, 90s.
Yeah.
But
yeah. Who Missy?
Yeah, I listen to a lot of Missy just for the lyrics and for the energy.
Yeah.
You could tell Missy loves the culture of hip hop too, just from the choreography, the videos, just the energy, like you said, the overall energy.
Missy.
Someone asked if they like, if y'all, in y'all opinion, any dope female MCs now who y'all listen to, not from back in the day, but from now, who's relevant now.
Athena, because Athena is of this day. First.
I am not a fan.
Really?
Anybody today? I do listen to Cardi because I love the beats, which is like weird because like I'm definitely a lyric person, but some of the beats now are just so fire. Like even some of the trap beats, like in general trap beats and Cardi beats. I think the beats are so fire now. So it seems like a lot is going into production, DJing, and stuff like that. Like that's now becoming the art form how it used to be in the 80s. It seems like it's flipping back. So I listen to Cardi because her beats are fire, but lyrical content. Actually, if I listen to Nicki Minaj, I guess her lyrical content is the most superb right now on the radio. But not anything that came out, just in general, her as an MC. I think she can write, but I'm not impressed as a fan of any out right now.
If I could say, there's a few that are really dope, but y'all have to do your research. Really, really dope. Honestly, I feel like a lot of the female, quote unquote, female MCs are spitting harder than some of the dudes nowadays, honestly. And I'm talking about not just from back in the day, I'm talking about right now. And so that would be...
Before you say that, I'm sorry.
No.
Name these people, but also remember them because we want to add them to this list.
Right.
To listen to.
So the few that come off top, one would be Rhapsody. That's one. Another one is 3D Nati. Incredible beast MC. Beast. And as the name is tricky, so I'm gonna have to find how she spells it exactly, so people can do the research on her. Another MC by the name of Brittany Carter. Okay. Really dope. Really, really dope. And then there's another artist by the name of Shay Noor. She just released a project. She's worked with Black Thought, The Roots, RJ Payne, who's another one of my favorite MCs. Big up to RJ Payne. The whole what's the name of the group? Oh man, it doesn't come off top, but RJ Payne and his whole label mates. Big up to them. So again, that's Rhapsody, 3D Nati, Brittany Carter, and it is No Name too. No Name is really dope. Okay, y'all need to check her out too. She got into a little exchange with J. Cole not too long ago with
I heard about that.
Yes, she's really dope. She's an activist and so I think you guys would definitely enjoy, looking into her, what she's doing music wise and everything.
So for me, I feel like I'm supposed to like Rhapsody, but for some reason I'm not into her, but she's dope. But this is a good opportunity for me because I want to learn about more female MCs of today. I feel like one day I went down this rabbit hole of listening to a couple of female rappers, and then I found some other ones and heard some really dope stuff and saw some weird videos, but it was cool. But I don't know who they were. So I would love for you to add those names to the list.
Definitely. Another one to check out is Snow the Product too.
Never heard of any of these.
Snow the Product. That's exactly why I like it. Yeah, no, it is
really good Facebook presence. I see her a lot on Facebook. She's good, and her videos are good. She acts
Snow the Product is definitely dope. Y'all do your research on her. And Brittany Carter, I don't know. She said I feel like I've heard Brittany Carter. She's really dope. She's young, very talented. Very talented.
Wow. See, that's dope. That's
no
dope.
Doubt.
I love
Thank you.
Mikkel was saying that she was asking because she doesn't see women empowerment as much now as before, because we were talking heavily about women empowerment, and everybody we mentioned before represented that. And Mikkel was saying that she doesn't see that now. That's why she was asking. Oh yeah, the girl from Poetry is good too.
Sorry for a split second. She was doing poetry. I'm sorry, I don't mean to sound
my man, Grizzly boy. Look like she was doing poetry.
Right, like I sounded like she was a
like a dungeon.
Like she dirty or something.
Yeah, that rage, right?
Sorry. Continue.
And then Mikhail also made the comment that maybe empowerment now is different than it was before. And I do see, you know, with the Cardis and well, I'll just keep it on Cardi. To the Cardis and even like that slut walk they have, like not Cardi doesn't have it, but
yeah,
the one that dated Kanye West or whatever. Maybe that is what empowerment now is for women. And that's sad.
It is.
Really sad.
Now, see, now that we will leave that because that's going to be a whole other topic in hip hop. That's women in hip hop and empowerment. To me, that's like a 2-part series at least because there's so many levels, you know. And we'll probably even cover that song WAP. I had to ask somebody, what is WAP? Because
yeah.
IT. So for me, WAP is wireless access point. That's where we establish, you know, a network connection.
It is totally a wireless access point. Exactly.
It is the new WAP. It is.
You are correct, sir.
It's a web access point.
Correct, sir. Totally wireless.
And it is wireless. You're right. Wow.
It's
because you know, I wouldn't want one that's wired anyway. So
yeah,
I don't know what a wired. Okay, anyway.
I'm not gonna comment on that.
I'm not either. I'm just gonna leave it.
Wrong with her.
but we'll explore and examine that in another episode. So what we're gonna get to right now is our next topic, which ironically is booties in hip hop.
Oh boy.
This is a phenomenon to me.
To me too.
Phenomenon.
We froze.
The whole booty phenomenon.
That's hip hop. We froze. What do y'all think about the state of female MCs today? We will get to that, Lynn. The female MC thing is a discussion for a different episode. But right now we're going to talk about booties. So I'm sure you won't have a problem with that.
He doesn't want to divert from the booty conversation.
I really don't. Because I found some good booty songs.
Oh, did you?
Booty is very important. Are you kidding me?
This
Booty is very
this
important.
This is true.
It's just
Okay.
some fat
So
on the back of
anyway.
your body, like.
Do y'all remember? I know y'all remember this.
Sipping on a milkshake, playing the wall, taking a break.
Taking the break.
Vic remembers this.
I don't remember it, but I heard it.
Not.
Yes.
Because she wasn't alive yet.
I heard it though.
I know you did. Okay, so L in this whole song was talking about cheating, first of all.
Mm-hmm.
When it was bold
You
cheating,
dirty dogs.
when it was bold cheating, because he was telling the girl, look, Brenda got a big old butt. I know I told you I'd be true, but Brenda got a big old butt.
So I'm leaving you.
See ya. That's what he said.
I don't know why that made me sad.
Right. Now she wants to fuck up Brenda. Like she's like, fuck Brenda.
No, man, that you know, he would leave her because her butt wasn't that big. Like,
But again, that was part of the hip hop at that time.
wildlife.
So booties in hip hop. Here's the whole topic of that. Period, point blank. You got one song like Big Old Butt. So early on in hip hop, and we talked about this, the white media and the world did not allow real black women on camera. Real meaning real as far as their bodies, if they were thicker. It wasn't a thing. If you look at LL's video for going back to Cali, slim, long booty chicks. They had long booties back then.
Long booties. Long booties.
Long.
That was my long booty.
Long booty. Okay? Their booty was lengthy.
It didn't have girth, it had length.
Right. If you go to Rakim's
Oh man, don't sweat the technique.
No.
yeah,
Watch it today. The booties were
long
like
booties. All them California long booties.
They were California long booties.
And mind you, we
Wait,
know.
but I have a question though. At the time, those were not the booties that were in the real world?
No. Okay, those were obviously in the real world because they weren't robots, so they were real. But to answer your question,
they dumbed it down. They dumbed it down.
Right, because let's be honest, amongst black people, big booties always existed. That doesn't mean every single black woman had a big booty, but I'm saying it always existed. And we always liked it, but they weren't showing it in stuff like that. That's why you had LL come with big old butt. For a minute, it changed it up. Then you even had this song. Remember this?
Wow.
Doing the butt.
Doing the, but this is like a lot. Sexy.
What?
I do butt right there.
Come on.
Ow.
Come on, yo. What? They had a song about.
I like it there when he's like, your butt. Give me that big old butt. I'm like,
I gotta go to that part now.
Give it to him. Like,
But
it's a lot.
Now they had more variation in that video though. They definitely had. It increased.
No,
it became
right. That was black folk from DC.
Yes.
Go-go era that was like, oh no, we're gonna show you asses.
Exactly.
See, there was moments.
The which I'm sure you have there, the Rex and Effects video, that was out after that, right?
Yes.
Okay. I know you might be getting to it, I'm not sure.
You already know.
The horns.
Oh, my Zoom. Oh, that could be like an ad for Zoom now.
True indeed, with the bicycle shorts. Yeah.
I can't. Nobody can hear you talking when the music is going. You keep doing this club thing. hey, rum and coke. I get it. We love you. What? Is it just me or what? Were the booty songs popping? Like no matter what.
Yeah.
What'd you say, Athena?
I remember being in the car with family hearing this, and just again thinking like, "They're letting us listen to this."
Your family's like, it's all good. We already played you shit. You can listen to this.
I remember going to the medieval times, like we're kids going to the medieval times. I remember this song being on, and I'm like, "Can we sing it? Can we not sing it?" Of course,
we knew a girl from my hometown of Scotch Plains that was in this video. Shout out to her.
Plains, yes.
She was showing that thing, and she actually had a long booty.
That's a new sign now. I'll be like, "Yo, you see that girl?
You see that girl? Ooh, long.
You see that girl?
Long booty." I'm just saying. But what were you going to say, Athena? Were you thinking that in this video they still had the long booties?
No, there were definitely long booties in this video because they had the high bikinis, the bikinis that came up super high on the waist and showed, the side of the leg. I think the side of the leg was what was the sexy part then.
Yeah,
like that definition on the side. I think that definition on the side of the booty used to be the sexy thing. Maybe I don't know.
That was sexy. And I saw Wit said that song made bicycle shorts a whole thing. Yo, I guess he's talking about the butt, the EU doing the butt song. Yeah. Oh my God, that was a whole thing. But then you even had the booty.
Oh wow!
Everyone here is a fan of 357. Nor am I.
Wow.
When I was a little kid, I was enamored with these asses. Thank you, MC Hammer. I was like, oh my God, look at those asses. Like I had a poster on my wall. They weren't dope rappers, but I'm saying there were 3 black women with nice asses.
Long asses or round asses?
Round.
Yeah, no, they had a bubble. They definitely had a bubble.
And look, I'm just going to play the hook. The song is called Juicy Got 'Em Crazy.
Haven't heard this song in years, man.
So these beats from back then, like, really drive me a little nuts. I'm sorry.
Hold up. Was it corny? Yes, but I'm just saying.
Oh, the beats from back then just like drive me crazy. They're like all over the place. They got weird sounds and like
Some of them.
all of that.
Yes, Jive Turkey Lee. We love ass. Yes.
Love the title, Jive Turkey Lee.
I love that. Love that. And let's see another one. So we got all these ass songs that were coming out at different times periodically early on in hip hop, and they weren't showing ass in videos like we knew the ass existed. Then came a song that made white America like, wait a minute.
Oh my God.
Hey.
Her butt.
Becky.
I wonder what song that is.
Becky, oh
It's
my
like
God.
so big.
I like big butts and I cannot lie. You other brothers can't deny. And when a girl walks around thing in your face,
You get sprung.
Right.
Deep in the jeans she's wearing.
Yo, I bet you everybody
Yes,
who
I'm staring.
was tuning into Super MC definitely didn't think they were going to hear Baby Got Back or
I
he got him crazy. Because
think everyone knows that song though.
they do, but I could almost lose my hip hop license. It could get revoked. You don't understand. Luckily, I've had it long enough that it's grandfathered in, so it's good. But
it's all part of hip hop, man. The good, the bad, everything in between. There were definitely segments and phrases we went through. Well, phases we went through in hip hop. You know, so
y'all remember Baby Got? Of course you do. But do you remember that era?
Of course, MTV Raps. Yeah, they definitely played that on your MTV Raps. In Rap City.
People like not like it.
It was just corny. It was nice to look at, but it was cheesy.
Yeah.
It was cheesy.
It was cheesy. And for white,
oh, look at bitch got much back.
And for white people, Sir Mix-a-Lot was safe enough. He was in between as far as black. Like he was safe enough that they felt like I can listen to this guy.
Right.
And he also seemed like he had a little danger to him. So they were like, I'm still getting a little bit of the streets, and he's talking about ass. They fell for him. I tell you what song I used to love by Sir Mix-a-Lot?
That Anaconda thing too kind of got people.
Oh God.
Like, oh my God.
Yeah, man.
That was just because. Go ahead, Athena.
I mean, I just think that line right there, like, you know, kind of got people, like, he kind of like intrigued people to like what he was talking about.
Oh, the Anaconda line. Yeah.
That was yeah. Now, for me, what he was known for was this song.
Yes. The posse's on Broadway.
Me and Kid Sensation at home away from home. And you love phone. And I'm calling up the posse. It's time to get to ripping. Each sunroof to keep you suckers tripping. Everybody.
Like he sounds like he was eating chicken between each take.
Cheese and corn.
Eating on the chicken. What if
said cheese and corn?
He's one of them old cheese and corn rappers. Chicken, watch, listen. Now listen to him again. Tell me you don't hear cheese and corn.
The posse on 23rd and Jackson heading for the strip. Yes, we're looking for some action.
Looking for some action. That's how he rapped. But I used to love that one song. But anyway, back to Booties. Go ahead. Sorry.
I never knew any other song that Sir Mix-a-Lot ever rapped before.
You're not missing anything.
No, not at all. Not at all.
A one-hit wonder, like
said the song is fire.
Like lists or whatever.
Yeah, like I wouldn't put that song in the list to suggest to people, but it was a classic for him. So you had Baby Got Back that made Booties suddenly, okay, everything is all good for white America. Now, I'm going to play you what song made Booty. Well, Booty was always popular with black people, but what video put Booties out there? And we never looked back since then. What did you say?
I said on the map.
All in the map. Now watch this.
Baby got back.
Hold on.
Back.
What's this one? Here we go. Oh. What?
Oh.
Yo. What? This song sounds like chaos. Like it just sounds like there needs to always be ass shaking. As soon as this song comes on, everybody needs to start shaking their ass.
Where am I going? As soon as it came on, my whole body just started gyrating. Like I just like every single bit of fat on my body was like, woo! Like good thing y'all can't see below my face.
What? Doodoo Brown.
Uncle Luke.
Yo, you know a song is hot when you can call it Doodoo Brown and people still like the shit.
Doodoo Brown. Everybody's like, Doodoo Brown. Doodoo Brown.
And why was it called Doodoo Brown? Because it was all about the ass.
The brown.
The brown. Now that we put it like that, it doesn't sound too sexy. But this ushered in the next era.
Head, and more head. Is that really
more head?
That was in the song. Head.
Is that what he's really saying?
Yo, I never caught that part, man. Wow.
I said it, but I didn't really like compute.
He's saying pop that coochie. Okay.
Don't stop get it is definitely like a porn like phrase.
And do you know what they're saying here? Hold up.
Face down what?
Face down, ass up. That's the way we like to
fuck. Oh, they're just saying that.
Oh, that's the norm. Long booty.
Oh.
But yeah.
I really said head, and more head, but I really thought I was saying something like it didn't really say that.
I thought he was saying, hey, and more hey. Well, you know what?
I think that's what I was saying.
Actually, for the edited version that we would see in the videos, he was saying hey, and more hey.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
But the dirty version, he's saying head.
Yeah, that's why I never caught that. I never caught it.
My God. That from that point, it was just off to the races. Booty became a thing that never stopped. Where it's to the point now where people actually get implants to get bigger booties.
This is
true.
Uncle Luke had them popping in the park all the way to the club. Yeah.
Yes.
This is true. It's true.
Are you kidding me? Like, I'm sorry. I got to hear a little bit of Doodoo Brown one more time. I'm sorry. It gets you amped.
Makes no sense now. Oh, it makes sense now. Yeah.
Oh. I'm amped. My cat's is like, what the fuck is going on? Like, yo, daddy, what the fur? What's happening here? So, but anyway,
you have really nice.
Fast forward. I bet you guys forgot about this song.
What's that?
Fatties wear my
Yeah.
Oh, fatty girl.
Yeah. So we gonna do this.
LL, Keith Murray,
Girl, you taste like a cinnabon.
Ludacris.
So sweet from the thighs to the feet. Sex on the beach, check the size of my meat. Call me the putter. Ludacris.
I do pauses once in a while because if you don't pause it sometimes and you keep playing a song too long, they boot your shit off.
Oh, okay.
Which
okay.
that's a whole other topic. We'll get
this is
eventually.
Yeah.
But this right here, because matter of fact, this is the song where Keith Murray had that famous line, "Girl, you got a badunk-a-dunk."
Mm-hmm.
Was that like a saying?
Huh? It became a saying
before that.
I never heard it before
that, or
the badunk-a-dunk.
Well, here's the thing. Usually with most sayings that we hear in a hip-hop song, it was something that someone from around the way was already saying.
Yeah.
It just wasn't worldwide yet. You know? Or he might have made it up.
Soon get it. Just stay working hard in it. Goodness gracious, good God Almighty, you got a badoo. Girl, don't hurt nobody.
He said, goodness gracious. He said, you got a badunk-a-dunk. Girl, don't hurt nobody. Like,
ad-libs are great.
Yeah. And I mean, by that point, it was, come on, Little Kim and everybody was out and showing their ass. Little Kim didn't even have no fat ass, but she was still showing it. Like, because ass was the thing then.
She didn't have a long booty, though.
Long booty. She just had a short booty. Vic?
Oh, no. I was Athena, I didn't hear what she said, but she didn't have a long booty, you said?
Though. Like,
okay, yeah, no, she definitely
had a bubble booty, but she didn't have a long.
Right. It was something there. It just wasn't that dunkish.
I mean, it was shapely. It was shapely.
Shapely, yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Her booty's big now. I mean, I know she's like bigger, but like she actually has like a little fat ass right now.
But is it hers?
Thank you, Victor. Vic, sorry.
I mean, no, that's cool. I mean, it's hers because she may own it, like as far as bought it and paid for it. But is it hers authentically?
I guess not. She had big boobs back in the day, though, from probably implants. So, like, that was like
okay.
Like
you let a man judge that.
Did she not have big boobs?
No.
Oh,
not to me.
Who's that?
Little Kim. In fact, I remember there was
nah. She definitely was small up top initially when she came out. She had a little something, but it wasn't like
She had the surgery.
Right.
Right. Like there was a time period that she was really.
Yeah, she's busty now. But Little Kim had an
Had
album.
the album cover though. Yeah.
Where her mound was like the feature on the cover. That was crazy. That was like a pinup for dudes. And again, it all started with the fatty and showing more booty. Booty is like any of these female rappers that rap sexual. All of them got ass. Whether it's theirs or manufactured, they all got ass.
Oh, this is true.
Whether it has a price tag or it just gets tagged.
Mm-hmm.
You like that? Oh, got one. Anyway, so okay, we're gonna get off of booties now, Athena. Jesus, okay. Like, I was just getting warmed up. Our last subject, last but not least.
Wait, hold on. Before we leave booties,
yes.
I just want to say that Megan Thee Stallion's out right now. She's supposed to have like the strongest knees in the hip hop culture, which leads to people really liking, her booty and her strong knees. So that's like the new thing about the strong knees.
Wow.
Can you please go back to Vic's face, please? That was the most priceless part of this whole thing.
Like,
He had to look like somebody farted.
That's like one of her, like, oh, she got a fat ass. Like, it's a thing like, oh, she got strong knees. Like, that's like a thing.
His eyes was squinting. He was like, I don't understand. You know, confused when their eyes start squinting. What?
I think since all the booties are big now, they gotta like go with something else. Like, do you got the knees to support the booty? Do you got the knees to like?
Oh, I thought she meant something else. That's why I was like, wow.
You said need or knees? Like,
well, she said knees. I'm thinking like strong head game or something like.
Right. What?
You know what I mean? That's what I thought.
What?
No, I thought you meant strong head game, like on her knees, like knee game. No,
not that like she's on her knees.
Oh, okay. Was it just me, John, or?
No, it's
okay.
Obviously,
because so when
off of me first, I gotta wipe the
I mean, she may have strong knees in that way.
I don't care about her knees, but her jaw is important. Oh, Jesus. John. Oh, boy.
I mean, from her music, I think her knees are probably very strong, like the fact that she can kneel on them.
But wait, please. I need you to clarify. I need to understand why were they
here talking proportions.
So when I was going Nicki Minaj, when Megan Thee Stallion does, or Meg Thee Stallion, whatever they call her, performs, she gets low. Like she could like booty pop, but get really low. and then walk around really low and like stay in like very low, like squatted positions with her booty.
Oh,
it's for twerking. For twerking. Okay.
So like girls, guys, like I've heard them say like, yo, she got those strong knees because they know like, I guess sexually, this is like so explicit. Sexually, you know, she could like do those things with her butt. And I mean, because it's not only your butt being big, like your knees have to be good too in order for you to do.
Her knees have to be big, actually.
Your knees have to be strong in order for you to do what you need to do with your butt sexually. I can't believe I'm saying.
Or she could just get on stage and fucking rap. If she just got on stage and rap, have nothing to do with her rapping.
No, I think that her best attribute to date is that she has very strong knees. I don't know.
I need a drink. I can't.
I can't believe these things are a discussion.
You're bringing these young people.
You guys were talking about booties, but I don't want to leave it just on the booties. The booties not important if the knees are weak.
Okay.
Everything I love, son. On everything I love.
Okay. I chop
Hold
it.
on, y'all.
Okay.
Everything I love, son. The booty's not important if the knees are weak. You know what I'm saying? Yo, if your knees are weak, your booty's like, man. Like
everything you're saying sounds super sexual. You could have been talking about elephants, and somebody was gonna be like, "Ooh, she sounds sexy talking about that trunk."
We were talking about booties. Like
we were.
It was very sexual. The thing with the knees, was definitely...
and you took it further with the knees thing because. Okay, so let me just say this real quick, and I thank you for bringing this up.
I'm just
making sense, John. I know. Let me wipe the old off of me again. It just won't go away. Let me just say this. I'm glad you brought that up, Athena, and I try my best not to not respect new artists. I just want them to be artists, though. Because the word art is in the word artist. So that means you got to create. You got to do something. Shaking your ass or having good knees. Yo, these girls will sit here and say that, but then in the next breath, they'll talk about how men disrespect them. And here's my thing. You can't be dressed in a prostitute's uniform and not expect somebody to mistaken you for a prostitute. Now, I'm not saying they dress like hoes.
What? I still want to know what happened with her getting shot in the foot, like 2 feet.
I don't.
Yeah, I didn't really care too much about that, man. There was no interest to me at all.
Just to go with what you said, like what I just want to know what happened. I do.
Yeah.
Yo, listen.
It's on YouTube. You can definitely look it up.
Lauryn Hill, as much as she went through, and we talked about what she went through with her relationships, that wouldn't happen to her. And there's a reason for that because of how she presents herself.
Yeah.
Now, does it suck that a woman can't just come out and talk about her wet, you know what, or be naked or whatever? Yes, but it is what it is. We can change it, but until then, your knees, like, we didn't talk about MC Lyte, Lauryn Hill, Rod Digger, none of their knees.
Latifah, none of them. Yeah, it's true.
I can't even fuck about their knees, but suddenly we talk about somebody new, and their knee game got to be on point.
Well, because that goes with the booties of hip hop, you know. I mean, it goes
does.
without saying, like, and
that's sad.
Booties became so prominent that it's like now it's on some like, okay, well, what are you gonna do now?
I do sound old as fuck.
What are you gonna do with all that ass and all that this and all that? You know, now it's on, you know, and you hear that song, WAP, WAP, WAP. Isn't that like a discriminatory thing? WAP.
What?
Like, WAP. It's WAP.
It's WAP. It's WAP.
And I don't think that's like
saying something else.
I think
what
it's
is
not
Blueface
to be saying?
What is Blue? Is Blueface up
He's
next?
a rapper. He's a rapper.
Well, Blueface is somebody that we cover. What'd you say?
I know Blueface because of my son, but he's like a new rapper.
Never is female or
it's a male.
Okay.
I guess okay. Well, we'll check them out. All the women you mentioned are even 357. Because Juicy got him crazy. Right. Okay. So, yo, listen, at this point, I'm almost like, do we even cover Rakim at this point?
Most definitely.
We got a half an hour left, y'all. Do we need
most
more
definitely
time? Okay. Let's just start. We're going to go to Ra. So I am going to start. First of all, I wanted to say something that Rakim mentioned in his book.
He said you got to follow the money. Conscious rap don't get bankrolled.
Yeah.
It depends on what your goal and objective is with the culture or the music, the entertainment. Like if that's all you in it for, then follow that lane if that's where it takes you. But
Kendrick Lamar is damn money.
There's not longevity in that.
Not at all. Not at all.
How many artists from this era have popped and gone away? Way more to me than the ones we had it from our era too. We had come and goers, so yeah, that's just.
But the difference was that wasn't the objective. It was for fun and being therapeutic and just being dope. It wasn't about like I can't stand like it's for the money, the bankroll. It's always about like the image for some people, and I just don't get that. Like,
well, I get it.
To me, hold up, make your money. That's cool. But that does nothing for my ears. Like, I don't care how much you make. I don't care what you like. Yeah, I looked at some of the MCs like Rakim and Kane and how stylish, Slick Rick they were with the gold chains and the Puma sweats and everything like that. But that didn't captivate my interest, my main interest. No. It was what they were saying. It was what I was hearing that moved me the most. It wasn't about how much they were making. I could care less about what you were making. Make your money. That's cool, but that has nothing to do with my ears and my thoughts and my heart. Yeah. You know what I mean?
And I think that's why I agree with you, Vic. And that's why I love artists of today like a Kendrick or a J. Cole.
Mm-hmm.
Because I feel like they have one foot dipped into the pool of lyricism that we respect, and the other foot dipped into the pool of being youthful.
Mm-hmm.
You know? And I love that.
It ain't even got like you got to be like preaching or talking like quote unquote conscious rap. Like everybody's conscious. Like people, like if you have a brain and you have a thought process, you're conscious. Like I can't stand the labels and the categories. Like, and I don't want to sound like the old man, but like during different times, people just rapped. They just rapped. They were just cared about being dope artists. It wasn't about a catchy hook and I gotta be conscious or I gotta be gangster rap and all this. Like, nah, they just rapped. Made good songs, you danced to it, you felt a certain way, like empowered about with it, and that was it. It was no like gimmicks and I could go into a tangent. Cut me off, please.
You're right, but we have to look at this from the other side as well, because there were gimmicks. NWA was a
yes.
gimmick.
Definitely.
A lot of groups that were faking the funk. They were just doing it because they knew that that's what sold.
But at the same time, on the flip side of that, no, they were definitely always gimmicks and they were whack artists, but they would get clapped and they would get checked. You know what I mean? Like it wasn't things. This every and anything wasn't allowed to just happen in hip hop. You had rules to this. There was no biting allowed. There was originality, to be as original as possible. You know what I mean?
I think about career too. I feel you. But these people and see that we'll get into all that.
No, there's levels. There are levels to this. There's levels to this.
If we keep going like this, we're definitely not getting to Rakim tonight.
True. This is true. That's why I said cut me off, because I can go into a tangent. I'm too passionate about this, man.
Sorry.
No.
So Rakim, he said in his book that before hip hop, poverty was strangling people. There's the book right there. Sweat the Technique. Or for those that can't read, Sweet the Technique.
I thought he didn't want us to sweat the technique, though.
He wants you to sweet it. It's a whole new Rakim. No. Anyway. What is happening? Something is happening. Anyway. Okay. So what Rakim was saying, and I see he's pulling up CDs. Okay, let me wipe the age off of me. Athena is like, what am I doing here at this
He said he had
retirement
tapes
home.
before. Wait, he's about to what? He said he had tapes.
She's like, this is the wrong Zoom.
What are these tapes things that you're talking about?
What is that thing you're holding up? Is that a coaster?
Poster.
Coaster. But so Rakim said that poverty was strangling them. And hip hop, when hip hop came along, he said it empowered them. It gave them strength. And that leads exactly to what we were saying about Super MC.
Mm-hmm.
Because 1 minute they were the voiceless, and then suddenly rap came, and it was the voice of a new generation that still keeps speaking to each generation. That's why each era of rap, it changes because it starts to speak to a different generation.
That's right.
You know, like 90s hip hop spoke to the generation of weed. I'm just being honest with you. The tempo slowed down. Everything was, you know, a flow, a thing. Anyway, Rakim. Damn it. I feel like we need more time for Rakim.
Yeah, this is true.
We might start the Rakim conversation. Somebody mentioned something about Kid and Play.
They said Kid and Play is not whack.
Kid and Play is whack. Wait, I see a bunch. Okay, are these comments that
is not whack?
Or no?
Yeah, no one in here said that Kid and Play is whack.
Roll back a little bit. Somebody mentioned Redhead Kingpin.
Oh, wow.
Wonder. Yes, Redhead Kingpin was a redhead wonder. Kid and Play was not whack. I'm going to, in fact, play one of their songs.
Yo, they were more dope than I remember. Like, I remember the movies because, you know, I'm a little younger, whatever. So I remember the movies, but when I went back and was, like, listening to the lyrics, I was like, oh,
yeah.
Niggas spitting.
Yeah. They weren't amazing lyricists.
I didn't realize. I was, like, dancing and, like, you know what I mean? Like, I didn't, like...
But they made dance.
But then when I heard, I'm like, whoa.
Come on, baby.
Uh-oh. Come on, baby.
I love the ad-libs.
Yo, they made you move. They made you groove. And what was their song? What's that shit? Oh.
Was that Booties?
Roll with Kid and Play is the shit. What did you say about Booties?
She said go back to the last discussion.
And she said, let's do the whole hour of Rakim next time.
That's what I'm saying. We can't just do Rakim in this 20 minutes.
Yeah, 15, 20 minutes. It's true.
We talked about Booty longer than Rakim. That's not going to work.
Yeah. This is, yeah.
That's not going to work. That's all
so
good.
Disrespectful.
Rakim understands. He had them long booties in his videos.
Yes.
What? Yo. And again,
see, to me, Kid and Play, they sat in the middle, man. Like they were in the right pocket as far as, like you said, they weren't great lyricists, but to me at the time, they were really dope. Like they embodied everything as what an MC truly was supposed to be. Like they had the charisma, they had the choreography, they had good flows. They had they were just right to me, just right. Like they weren't insane, they weren't a Rakim, but they were just right in that perfect lane.
Something you just said that they were hip hop. There were a lot of groups or rappers that weren't the illest lyricists, but I would still consider super MCs.
Definitely.
Core, like the fucking Beastie Boys. My God, their lyrics were simple as can be. But to me, there's not too many more groups that are more hip hop than them.
This is true. Good point. Good example. And that battle in House Party to this day, to me, was insane. I loved it. Insane. Now that was lyricism. I'm sorry. That was dope to me. I consider that lyricism.
It was. And you know how we were talking about beginning of songs, how you got to open the song up right? Listen to their first couple of lines. They set this. If you didn't know it was a party about to happen in the hook, you could tell in his first few lines. Come on. Here we go.
Now play. I don't know what it is about this beat that we have here, but it sure is fun.
He's like, now play. I don't know what it is about this beat that we have here, but it sure is funky. Like they just came in having fun. They were just rocking. They were carefree.
I love that conversation. Like again, I love when there's a rap and it's like a conversation.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, I love that. Like you know, like you're just like it's conversational, but it's flowing. Like I think that's so dope. You know, like I like the high energy stuff, but I also love that stuff. It sounds like you're just sitting there having a conversation and it just came out that way. Like it's so smooth.
Yo,
man said party MCs like Dougie Fresh, and Marcus says Nipsey Hussle is underrated.
Yeah, I don't think Nipsey Hussle is underrated. I feel like
I think he was until he passed away.
I would agree, honestly. I would agree with that.
But people definitely are up on it now.
He was on some people. He was definitely on some people's radar. But like I was Johnny come lately with Nipsey Hussle. I knew of him and I heard he was dope. But I really got into him after he passed. Not because he passed, but because I really discovered his catalog, and it was crazy. His mixtapes, everything was insane.
You see that rainbow hair boy went to visit his site the other day. Everybody was upset about it. Not everybody, but people were like, I don't even remember the dude's name with the rainbow hair that snitched.
6ix9ine, Tekashi 6ix9ine. Yeah.
Yo, when he like knelt down, you know, said his piece or whatever, but turned around and he was like smiled, and you could tell he was snickering because he knew.
Wow. Well, they had beef. They had beef. Nipsey dissed him. Yeah, he dissed him.
I didn't know that. See, that lets me know why he had that fucking smirk on his face.
Clowns. Like, I don't even want to discuss that clown on this show.
Yeah.
He's a clown. I hear what you're saying, but he's a clown. Nipsey,
I agree.
And other rappers.
And that was the commentary. People were like, "Yo, like you're, you know, stay with the clown people. Like if you're gonna do clown stuff,
you can do that. I don't even want to talk about him. Let's shut that down. I don't want to talk about him. Okay. I don't even want to do that. He's.
I agree with you. I definitely.
Space, but
not even worth the time.
Is somebody that we definitely want to cover. And Athena, you know what? I like to some degree, put you somewhat in charge of finding some artists for us of this era. I'm not even, we're past that. Of this era. No? Oh, you're not. Okay.
No. I was in the 6ix9ine comment.
Okay. I was like, okay, no, fine. We'll slice it up ourselves.
I am not going to do such a thing.
If you don't want to do it, then say so. It's as easy as
definitely my jersey, like.
But no,
definitely he started in North Jersey.
Look here, I'm from.
All I'm saying is that
that's her thing. No, but so we want, whether it's Athena, Vic, any of us, I want to research and learn about some of these artists because I don't know Nipsey Hussle's music really at all. I just know he could spit, and I've heard him before, but I'm not like, I don't know his catalog.
Yo, he's super conscious. Like he's super conscious too, which is awesome.
To say the least. Oh yeah.
And then to know like his background story, he's doing in the community with the community. Like it's just It's like he definitely backed like what he was saying, which was, you know, it's not like, oh, I'll get to it later. It was like I'm around about it. At the same time.
What makes what happened to him so much
tragic. Yeah,
tragic.
And it was one of his boys too, you know, and that's like
not a surprise.
The music industry and Lauryn Hill, we was talking about before, like it's a dirty game.
Like if you notice, rappers from the late 2000s till through now, getting shot is like part of the whole rap thing. But it wasn't years ago. And years ago, there was the same street dudes. They all was from the street. Somebody like Drez from Black Sheep.
Shot and killed, though.
Man. Yeah.
Drez from Black Sheep did time in prison. No one would know that because he never rapped about it. And that's my point, is you had a lot of people that lived it.
Good point.
But my rapping, I'm doing art. I don't have to sit here and talk about me being in prison constantly, but that's what it is now. It's prison. It's people getting shot or people getting shot and killed, and it needs.
In fact, he even mocked it on the beginning of that album with that dream he had. I don't know if you remember that song in the beginning of the Wolf in Sheep's Clothing, the first track on the album.
Oh yes, he did.
Yeah.
I forgot what it was called. Yeah.
Me too.
Yeah.
I love Nipsey's conversation more than his music. He was a very intelligent brother.
Yeah. Now that I saw more of his conversations than his music, but I'd like to check that too. But you know what? Somebody mentioned Dougie Fresh. I said that real weird. So I had to play a piece of something from him.
It's about that time to get paid. Get laid. Cool in the shade. Drink a little
lemonade.
It's about that time to get paid. Cool in the shade. Drink a little lemonade. Like he's like, yo.
That's what I'm talking about. That's like,
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? What more do you want? He said, you're going to get paid. You're going to get laid. You're drinking lemonade. You cooling in the shade. What? He didn't say laid?
I didn't know about the laid part. I'm not.
I just added it in there. No, he said get
like,
laid. Okay, let's rewind this back.
Yeah.
He called me out.
I'm just trying to get paid and drink lemonade in the shade.
Okay. Which that comment really means I'm trying to get laid, but more than any of this other shit. I want to get laid, then get paid, and possibly have some
lemonade.
Paid first. Okay, she wants to get paid first. But yeah, she's like, she's like, right.
That sounds terrible. Oh my god, no, I didn't mean.
No, it doesn't. It's okay. We living in COVID times.
Cool in the shade. Drink a little bit of lemonade. Let me tell you what I'm
fresh cream.
Special, something more than any other feeling that you felt before. Pushing through the doors, see girls, having a good time.
Again, those first few bars, I wanted this to feel like something more than any other jam that you felt before. Like, come on. That's what I'm talking about. Anyway, my God, yo, hip hop is beautiful.
Started out in the dark.
What are you gonna say? What happened there, Athena?
Quoting some Shan lines.
I just started to rap, but I'm not gonna do it.
Now, why started talking?
I was like, wait, what am I doing? I'm like live. I'm time for
that. You know, so we didn't get to Rakim this week. We will in the next episode. So everybody knows we are going to be doing this live every other Saturday. It's going to be amazing. We might even have a couple of little treats for y'all in between Saturdays. Like I might do some music reviews, like how you see young kids get on and do a reaction to a song. We might do that for the in between.
Dope.
Not live, but just recorded stuff, you know. Oh, Jingling Baby.
Gotta
play that. Okay, so right now, at this point of the evening,
we got requests coming in.
We taking requests right now. We can only play a little bit though.
Go ahead, baby. Jingling Baby.
Which version? The video or the album version? Video. I know which one you. I know which one you go.
I don't want that.
I remember my sister put me to the test, right? So we're sitting there, me and it was like another younger girl, like maybe like younger. And she goes, "It's Jingling Baby," and the little girl goes, "Go ahead, baby." And I remember my sister was like so upset that like I didn't like say it first. She's like, "We've been practicing this, and like you should just know what to say." Like,
this little fucking baby is better than you at this shit. That's hilarious.
I remember I felt so staged up, like so upstaged by this like little baby. I'm like, "I'm sorry, Leah."
Here we go. Yeah, my man. I just got to say this real quick. My man Marcus is really a big Nipsey Hussle fan.
Yeah, no doubt.
All he's commented about. Nipsey. Marcus, just for you, well, we're going to do it anyway, but just for you, we're going to make sure we get to Nipsey Hussle and tag you so that you can get to that episode. We don't have.
I don't think we have that.
Have what? No, not right now. We don't, but we will.
Go ahead, baby.
Go ahead, baby. Go ahead, baby. Go ahead, baby. Guitar recorded mine is all the junk. Spread gossip and believe that they must. But I slam dunk punks and make them fight the dust.
Woo!
To make the 40 lead and put them in a bucket like a chicken feed. Check out the
He said I put it in the bucket like he's chicken feed. That's crazy.
Like a chicken feed.
And shit.
Oh, feed. Chicken feed.
Chicken feed, yes, not chicken feet.
Feet.
I said chicken feet. I can't. I'm a chicken, like chicken feet.
Feet in a bucket. Like,
What is happening? Is this some voodoo shit?
I'm like, yeah.
Chicken feet.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie to y'all. I need to go back. So we got about 3 minutes left. I need to go back to Lady of Rage and one other.
And also the name Nipsey Hussle. I just found it came from something else, like a movie
Hussle.
or like a
Nipsey Russell.
John, you gotta rock that intro off the Doggy Style album, man. Please. That intro was crazy.
Intro.
Rage. She started the whole Doggy Style album off. Yeah.
I don't remember that.
She was the first one to lead off that album.
For Doggy Style?
Doggy Style, yep.
2 minutes.
Let me look it
That's
up.
what I think my man was talking about earlier, was that intro. That intro was crazy.
Oh.
yeah.
Yeah, that's it, right? Yeah, buddy.
You go to her verse.
Killed it, boy. Woo!
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Yeah, and you don't stop. Yeah, and you don't quit.
Whoa, Raid. Woo, hold up.
I told you.
Hold up.
She killed that joint, man. She killed that joint.
Hold up.
Yes.
Go back. Hold up. Ooh. Okay. Okay, Rage. Okay. So anyway,
Yeah,
y'all,
man.
this is
Yes.
Super MC, episode 1.
First episode.
I know. I could keep going on, but we're gonna save it for more.
Yo, this was beautiful. I had such a good time, man. Such a good time. Oh, man.
I'm gonna get off and start popping.
I'm telling
Word up. Popping and breaking real soon.
Oh, man.
Mikkel, I
Now
hope
that I've been like hanging out with y'all drinking. Now I'm about to just cut off.
Yeah.
sorry.
It was a good time.
We may need to extend this at some point, man. This is just, it's too much. It's not enough time to discuss all this classic,
Okay.
this greatness, man.
2 hours is a long time.
It didn't even feel that way though.
No, it didn't. Maybe
Not
we'll
to me, at least.
I don't know. Maybe we'll talk about doing, I don't know, weekly. Listen.
Thanks, Len.
Thanks, y'all. Thank you so much. Salute to you for tuning in.
Yes,
Appreciate
salute
it.
to Lynn, salute to Jive Turkey Lee, salute to Marcus. And rest in peace to Nipsey Hussle.
Oh man, that's love. Thank you so much.
You know,
I couldn't have did it without my people alongside me.
So
couldn't have did it without them.
As we
And
close,
Lauryn Hill, you're the GOAT.
would you guys shout out your social medias real quick before we go, or any business ventures or anything?
Athena, ladies first.
I'm Athena Johnson
ladies
on
first.
Facebook and Athena Brilliant on Instagram. So follow me. You'll see all the cool stuff and business stuff that I do daily. It's a lot. So, I don't
Give
wanna
them
talk
your handle
Follow
again.
me.
Give them your social media again.
Athena Brilliant on Instagram, and Athena Johnson on Facebook.
There you go. Vic?
You could find me on Instagram, Facebook at Vic Virtuous. That's VIC VIRTUOUS. Vic Virtuous. Instagram, Facebook. And look out for Victory Is Ours, my podcast coming real soon. In the works, in the process. Believe me, it's coming, y'all. Just stay tuned.
I can't wait, me personally. I'm just saying. Forward to it. And me, if you want to find me, I am JP on Facebook. That's JAYPEE. Everywhere else is Jersey Art Productions.
Yes.
Follow me on Instagram. Stay tuned. This is about to be amazing. I mean, look in the background. I have fucking cassette tapes and radio. Can you go back to this? I have a cassette tapes and radios back here, y'all. We got
ready
with actual tapes. Look at Vic.
You ready?
Other view. I'm sorry, babe. He's got tapes, and you got Athena. She's just young and pretty and ready to rock, and she's a lyricist.
I'm ready. We
all come from lyrics, so we're speaking from a place.
MC extraordinaire right here, Vic Virtuous. Be on the lookout. I got some stuff coming with my man RS. Ron Essential. So look out for that project. You got some stuff in the works.
Athena, when you gonna put out your album? I need to hear some Athena raps, huh?
I can do some features. I don't know.
Okay, all right,
I don't know. Like the whole studio time thing is like a whole like.
Exactly. I know exactly what you mean. I've had some stories with that too.
Now it's from home. We'll see what happens in time. But anyway, y'all, we're out of here. I know you want to stay, but we can't. That just means you need to come back again next time to see what the.
Oh, that's dope. That's dope. That's dope.
She's love, man. That's what she said.
That's love.
Said. Yeah.
That's my middle name, Lee. I think like.
Oh, she smiled. She's like,
excellent viewers, man.
Anyway, y'all have a good night.
And have a good night, y'all. Be safe. Be safe. Salute. Thank you. Thank you.
Peace. Don't end yet.